In this video, let's try to find out, is it possible to design and print a key for an actual lock on a 3D printer? Here we have a Godrej lock with 7 pins. Let's get started. So my game plan is to take a picture of the actual key. Don't ask me how I get that. Somehow, and import that picture onto Fusion 360. Make sure one of the dimension is exactly as I know. So here I have measured the dimension of the neck to be exactly 5 millimeters. So I have zoomed it to match that dimension using just the sketch tool. Even with my novice knowledge of Fusion 365, I was able to trace around the key path and come up with a closed loop. So since we have a very huge tolerance for the key, if not, probably it would not work. So I had take my time around the tooths of this key and traced it properly. However, when it comes to the actual grip, I did not take much time because anyhow it's not going to give us any better functionality as such, right? So I just created 3 circles and made sure everything is a closed loop. Once done, using a trim tool, I went ahead and trimmed everything excess. Once done, I actually extruded it to 2 millimeters in height. So there we go, we have the basic key path. I really thought it might take more than an hour to make this. However, it seems less than 10 minutes I was able to design this. We have one more part to take care on this. It actually has a V slot. V slot has no actual functionality. However, it's used to have a actual track for the key to go inside the lock. So if the V slot is not there, key will not fit. So if you probably miss the dimension of the V slot, it should still be fine. I went ahead and printed the key with 100% infill. So here we have the key. Well, we have one small problem. Actually, I should say it's a huge problem. The key that we have printed is almost 20% bigger than the actual key itself. So, unfortunately, this key did not fit inside the lock body. Even though I made sure the dimensions are proper, I did not take into account the width of the 3D printer nozzle itself. So to make sure it doesn't happen second time, I have imported the model into Cura, and just by using the zoom functionality or scale functionality, moreover, I was able to pinpoint the size of the key uh, by reducing the dimension of the original one that I had. So I found 79% scale model works just fine. I went ahead and deleted the old one and centered the model, and I printed the key again. Once I have the key, the second key turned out really good. On dimension, it was spot on. However, the neck of this key was very flimsy. It was so tiny. I was afraid to put this key inside the lock. It might get broken inside the slot. So I would have a non-usable lock. We don't want that. So I reprofiled the key and increased the width only on the Z direction. X and Y was the same, only on the Z direction. I went ahead and increased it to almost 2 millimeter, and here you have the new key, which is a little bit thicker than the old one. So there is nothing changed between the new and the old except for the Z height of this. So this was a little bit okay. However, I'm still not very confident to use it like a normal key. What I did was I went ahead and locked the key using the original lock. Then I slowly inserted the key that I had made. But this time I made sure to twist the key using the neck of the key rather than just holding the key head. Fortunately, it seems to have been worked, or I should say, it worked. Um, it actually worked. So there you go, guys. We did prove that we can actually go ahead and 3D print this. However, I'm not very confident that this might work as a long run plan, but for one or two times, this would definitely work. If you don't have a rusty lock, I'd say if you have a very rusty lock, then definitely it will not work. So go ahead, guys. There you go. Anyhow, let me know in the comments below if you want me to go ahead and try more complicated ones, recreate a complicated key and check if that works. So here we have a dimple lock. Anyhow, see you guys again next time. Bye bye.